Oh my god, Nairobi is like so freaking cold. Let me wear another top because I'm not filming this video when I'm freezing. In today's video, I want to talk about growing organically on social media. I love social media because it helps me showcase my skills, it helps me showcase my accolades, and also gets me opportunities. Sometimes I have admired having an off-grid life or having a social media free life, but depending on how my business is set up and how my work is set up, I cannot afford that. And I have been able to build a small micro brand on social media. And I believe that content creators who are trying to showcase themselves on social media can use the following tips that I'm going to give to grow organically. Sometimes we feel like we must pay to play, but it's not always like that. Mostly for corporates, they feel like if I have a corporate account, organic reach is dead. But I'm here to tell you that it is not dead. There's still so much more that you can do to reach people organically in your own way. In today's video, I'm not talking to brands, however, I'm talking to personalities and people who are trying to build a brand, people who are trying to build something on social media, mostly content creators. The first thing I think I would tell you is focus on the right place. For example, I've tried my hardest to grow on Instagram, and I keep saying that Instagram for me is that plant that I forget to water. I really just forget about Instagram most times. However, I am saying that if you really want to grow a brand on social media, there are things that you should do. It's so funny when I am managing brands on social media, it's very easy for me, like on Instagram posting and all that. But when it comes to myself, I don't want to go live every day, even if people say that's what you need to do, or post Insta stories every day. That's not me. I don't have that energy, and I don't look cute every day. Like, I don't look that cute to always go live or do Insta stories every day. For me, that's too exhausting and I cannot. However, I can put my efforts on a platform that I'm so comfortable with, which is Twitter. I really love Twitter, and I'm there every day posting stuff. Sometimes I schedule stuff, so it's not like I'm always there every day. I schedule most of my posts there on Sunday, and that really helps me. So I think that you should look for the platform that is really working for you and use that one. And if you're really okay with all platforms, I know creatives who are across all platforms. They are on Twitter, they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're on Twitch, they're on everywhere. And I really envy such people who are able to spread themselves out in all platforms. The next way to grow organically is to increase your engagement, and engagement simply means replying to comments, taking part in conversations, talking to people. For example, Twitter really is so nice because you don't need permission to jump into a conversation, and Twitter is good because it's so conversational. You can reply to somebody, like, it's really well arranged. For Instagram, I feel like conversation is only vertical, it's not horizontal, if you get what I mean. So you cannot, how do I explain this? I love that on Twitter you can even reply with gifs, you can reply with images, you can reply with videos, words, tag people. Yes, on Instagram you cannot do that. You can only maybe reply to someone, but the conversation is not as it is in Twitter or Reddit or these other very conversational social media tools. Engaging with people is really nice because it helps them become part of your community. There's some people who, when you comment on their stuff, either they're busy, it's okay. Even me, I don't reply to everything, I don't reply to everything, and I don't expect everyone to reply to everyone who is commenting. But they're just people who you're very sure they saw your comment, but they just ignored. So I think you should just engage with people, because when you can, especially when someone is asking a valid question that has something to do with what you talked about. If, let's say, I'm talking about working online and then somebody asks me something which is so relevant to what I'm talking about, I think it's only fair if I respond, or if I give them a link, or but I do understand people with a lot of following don't have time to keep up with comments. But I think that's a good way to grow organically and to grow your community if you're trying to grow. The next thing is to look at your most asked questions. So for example, for me, I have a document which I collect all the questions that people ask me on social media. I think that's really important, because that way you can be able to know what are people actually searching for. I remember I had this question that used to crop up like, Jean, I'm trying to start a blog, how do I do this? So that helps me, and I created free resources, and I also created a paid course for blogging. So that really helped me come up with this product. And that's really good. Questions can even help you grow organically, because you can be able to answer, you can be able to create content. And once I created a resource about how to monetize your blog, it went crazy on Twitter, and so many people saw that content. So look at the questions that people are asking, and then create content that answers those questions. Content can be a podcast, content can be words, blog, a micro blog, it can be a post, it can be an image, a graphic, it can be a video. You have there's no limit to all the things that you can create with one question. So make sure you're checking your questions and you're filing them somewhere, because those inform what you're going to create, and they will help you grow organically. The other thing you need to do is optimize your bio. The many times you never realize that people sometimes come back to your profile to see, oh, who is this and what do they do? For example, if you share stuff online, I'll use Twitter as a good example, because I love this platform and I use it a lot, and it's brought me a lot of I'll use Twitter because I love the platform. It's brought me a lot of business as well, and also I've learned a lot on the platform. Sometimes people come back to see on your timeline, who is this and what are they? And I've made sure to include everything that I need on my bio. I talk about I'm a digital marketing consultant, I'm a wine writer, so that people know who they are interacting with. So use this piece of real estate very wisely. Look for ways you can showcase what you do, because if I go there and I just find GGMU or something, I'd be like, okay, good. Not that I have any problem with Manchester United or whatever. I don't know what GGMU means, but yeah, not that I have any problem. I think it's a football thing. I sometimes go to people's profile to just know who they are, and the more you put your expertise on your profile, especially if you're a content creator. The other thing is that when it comes to your bio, include also the links that you really need traffic to. For example, I need a lot of traffic to my YouTube. That's why we're always telling people, subscribe to my channel, I don't know, like, share, and all that nonsense. So did I just say nonsense? Okay, it's not nonsense, but yeah, most times we're always trying to take traffic there. And I can tell you for a fact, the other day I looked at my analytics and I realized that 30% of my traffic for last week came from Twitter, 30% of my views. And that goes to show that if 30% of my views are coming from Twitter and the rest are from other platforms, then I need to really continue promoting myself there. And it's just because I think I've included it on my bio, and also I have been sharing links all through my timeline. The next thing is quantity versus quality. I know this is debatable for some people. For example, I'm somebody who still believes in quantity in as much as quality should be everything. I don't think you should post once a month and then run away and then come back, even if you've done something so high quality. I believe in quantity sometimes. Even there's somebody who I really love, who I keep talking about. His name is Roberto Blake, and he says quantity gets quality. The more you create, even think about YouTube, the more you create videos, the more quality work you put out. The more you create like graphics for social media, the more quality work you put out. And I feel like if you really want to increase your organic reach, you have to really look at the aspect of quantity, in as much as people are like, oh, don't post a lot, I don't know, don't do what. Obviously keep a balance, don't post like 60 times a day. Keep a balance, but everybody has their own balance. Just know when your people are online, how many times should you post. Like for me, I feel like sometimes I even post like 5 times on Twitter, because I'm very active on that platform. So make sure you're keeping that in mind. The next thing is to post shareable content. Ask yourself, would somebody share this? I'm not saying do that for every post, but for the most posts, like once a week, post something that you think can be shared. If it's a video, like for example, I do a video about side hustle ideas, I very easily know that that video will be shared in a WhatsApp group somewhere, or someone will be like, hey, I know you don't have a job, kindly check this out. Or hey, I know you're trying to work online, kindly check this out. And then comedians are always posting funny things which are so easy to share, download and share, and they can be shared over 100 times. So make sure you ask yourself, is my content shareable? Is it vital? Is it providing good information? So make sure you also know the content tiers, I don't know, content tiers that are there. So the content tiers are funny content, which really tends to do the best. Then there is information content, or there is funny content or entertainment content, which tends to do the best. Then there is educational content, and then there's infotainment. Like, there's so many types of content here, so make sure you know where your content falls, and that will help you to be able to know to mix it up sometimes. Like, sometimes I don't always post education ABCD. I'm always sometimes putting a funny thing here, a funny thing there, just to make myself like human. And at the end of the day, your brand, you want to make it human. So yeah, every brand has its brand persona. For example, mine is a bit professional but also relatable. Those are like my brand personas. So make sure you really know how your brand persona is, and you can be able to communicate in that way. For example, if your brand persona is funny, relatable, you can post as much funny things as you want. But if your brand persona is serious and professional, obviously you would be posting memes every day. So those are some of the things you need to look at when you're thinking about what type of content to post. Yeah, and that even brings me to my next point: mix it up if you can. If, let's say, today I am talking about, I have this course and I'm telling people to buy, tomorrow I'm not going to promote the same course. I'll mix up the types of content. Tomorrow I'll talk about something else. So try and mix it up, because people follow you for different reasons. In as much as we try to streamline our brands and ensure that people are following us, like we have the same, like niche type of people following us, you'll find that people follow you for different reasons. So continue mixing it up. Today you can post an educational thing, tomorrow you can post a promotional thing. And also remember the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time should be giving value, entertaining, challenging assumptions, doing all that. 20% should be marketing yourself and self-promoting. So no one likes somebody who is self-promoting all the time. It gets annoying and people are like, okay, you're so self-centered, what else are you bringing on the table? So make sure there's a healthy balance. What are you teaching us? What value are you bringing? Are you entertaining us? Are you informing us? So make sure you have that in mind. The other thing is to plan your content ahead. If you want to be a successful content creator and you want to really grow organically, I'm sorry, but you just have to plan your content ahead of time. You cannot be reactive with your content. You cannot just think, okay, today I want to post this. Well, it works for some people, but I can swear to you, you will get burnt out, or you will get to a point where you have nothing to post and you don't post for like a month or so. So when you have a content calendar, you can be able to space out your stuff, but post them in a good frequency so that you're always on people's minds, you're always growing steadily. Because in this content creation business, when you stop posting for like one day, people forget. When you stop posting for like a month or a week, people kind of forget you and the timeline takes over. Other people are more like on the forefront, other people are more on people's minds. So you have to make sure, I'd rather you post like once every week as opposed to posting 10 times this week, then you go for a 3-week break, then you post 50 times. So social media is a plant that you have to water every day if possible. If not every week, water it consistently for it to grow. So not just coming one day and pouring a bucket of water expecting the plant will just grow. It doesn't work like that. The last thing is cross promoting. I did a very nice thread about how you should cross promote your content. For example, for me, I start with a YouTube video. One single YouTube video informs the other social media platforms. So I have this YouTube video today. I post a small snippet on Twitter. I create a Twitter thread from this video and link back to this video. I go on Facebook and share the thumbnail and link to this video. I go on Instagram and show my face or create something, a graphic, and link to this video. I create a Pinterest graphic and link here. I send to my WhatsApp contacts and link here. You see how everything is working in a good ecosystem, and I started with one piece of content. So that's one way you can cross promote. You don't have to create new content for every platform. However, remember to customize per platform. So if you posted a video on YouTube, that's not the same video you post on Facebook and post on Twitter. No, you're going to slash them into small bite-sized pieces or small snippets that are linking back to the main video. In fact, Twitter changed their rules and now they only allow like 2-minute videos. And I was even reading about Twitter videos on Twitter Flight School, which is their video course. I was reading about that and I saw that they prefer like 2-minute videos, short videos, and that's the way to go. So you have to customize per platform in as much as you are cross promoting. Anyway guys, I've shared a lot of information to unpack. I hope you are writing in a notebook. Feel free to go back to this video and write everything down, write down the points down, and I would love to know if you have any other tip. But I guarantee you, if you do this and if you're consistent, you will grow organically. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, check out my courses below, check out all my social media below. Bye.